And guys, that was it. That was Indieground's Fallen for You by the girls of Daydream. Man, I am so excited to introduce these people to you, these girls to you, because they could be the next big thing. Actually, I genuinely believe they are. We have the hottest up and coming girl pop group here in the Philippines. I am excited to invite Kiara, John, Awie, and Denise here on the Monster. Hey, girls!
Hi, everybody!
Hi.
Hi,
Thanks for having
Ria!
How you
us.
guys doing?
All
Great.
We're
good.
good. Thank
Okay,
you, Ria.
so I introduced you guys, but just so the monsters know, at least the ones watching live, at least who they know who is who. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves first?
Hi, I'm Awie. I am one of the vocalists and the visual of the group.
Hi, my name is Jom. I am the dance captain, vocalist, and the rapper of the group.
Hi, I'm Kiara. I am one of the vocalists as well, and I'm a dancer and the center of the group.
Hi, I'm Denise. I'm a vocalist, the rapper, and the leader of the group.
Ooh, oh my god, that's awesome. Okay, so first of all, I have to say it's been actually I don't think I've ever um heard of a girl group in the Philippines, or at least I haven't heard in a while. So I want to know what made you guys want to, or how did you guys come to this group?
It was me and Denise who got in this group first. So we were just doing our live stream, and then Sir Neil Alejandro of Rebel Records Philippines scouted us, and then it was Kiara and then Shaw from the theater community, and yeah, it was only last November when we started, and then within the 6 months, we did our trainings and recordings and a few meetings. Medyo mahirap na kasi in the middle of the pandemic, pero I'm very happy and successfully na pull through namin lahat ng dapat tapusin.
Yeah. So you
Yeah.
guys mentioned that you actually got the idea or started forming yourselves in November. Is that correct? And that was already during the pandemic. So
Yes.
how did you do it? I mean, to be able to form a group in the pandemic, and to be able to, I mean, with a girl group like yours, you really do have to rehearse together, especially you're dancing. You mentioned you have dancing and all that. How did you do it in this situation, in this current in this current pandemic?
Originally, in the span of 6 months, I believe that the girls were already doing their meetings online. Syempre, andyan yung Zoom. Everything is being done online. I was the last to enter the group, so I came in around March, if I believe, and then from that month already, we were starting to review and rehearse the dance live. So from March till now, dire-diretso pa rin yung training namin. One thing that we also do is train online. So we
Yes.
train via Zoom as well. So since everything is, we have to adjust accordingly because of the pandemic. Kailangan din namin mag-adjust with the training. So hence we train
Everything is
online, not just cause the studio's out.
Right. So when you say train, I assume that goes for everything, dancing and singing.
Yes.
So how do you do that? I mean, considering we're their technical difficulties, and I'm just like trying to imagine you as a group trying to sing on Zoom, or
Oh.
or trying to practice your dance moves, getting it all together. Or is it just how does training online work for a girl group like yours? Because this is pretty new to a lot of
Yeah.
people.
Yeah. Well, on Zoom, it's mostly dance because that's what we can do given that the technical constraints, right? So basically, what we do is that sometimes either one of us plays the music and then we all dance, or we go one by one para the music is sabay. Kasi, di ba may delay? So, so one person will dance and then will be like, okay, I think you should do this. Parang may notes. Everyone gives notes to that person, and then the next person will dance with their music, and ganyan, ganyan. But it's really different when you're dancing together. That's why every time that we get the opportunity to meet in person, it's like sobrang sulit talaga because we're able to like rehearse in person. It's really different. So, but you know, we were able to do it naman. So
It works.
safety is the most important.
Yes, you guys were able to pull off your debut in under 7 months, if I believe, under just a few
Yeah.
months, and
Yeah.
also the challenges that you had to face, considering that everything or almost everything has to be done online. So I would like to know, what are some of the most memorable, like it could be embarrassing or funny memories that you could share with us in these trainings, in these past few months that you guys have come together as a group?
Well, we really had a lot of memories, like too many to count already, but I'd
Yeah.
say like some of the most memorable ones would be the times wherein we'd be talking right after training, because those are the times wherein we're super sabaw. Like we're too tired to even think properly. So all we're doing is just laughing at everything. And I don't know, it's like a good bonding. Aside from training together, like we also get to tell each other stories. We also get to talk about our personal lives. And the thing that unites us is our passion. And I don't know, I just find it like a really beautiful thing to see.
Aww.
I love that. I do love that. And before you guys actually came together as a group, were you already friends? Did you guys already know each other, or was it Daydream that brought you guys together?
Awie.
Yeah, it was Daydream who brought us together. Hindi kami magkakakilala lahat. Nakakatawa lang na over Zoom meeting kami nagkakilala lahat. But yeah, during those few recordings and trainings, syempre we had to do everything quick para maiwasan din yung exposure. So wala din talaga kaming time before mag-bonding until now. But yeah, I was very happy and relieved na kahit ngayon lang kami nagkakilala. We really got together very well and we found our chemistry and we're like long lost sisters.
Yeah.
So that's
well,
awesome. It's amazing to know. Oh, look who
Sorry.
joined us.
I'm
Hi.
here. What's up?
well, actually,
Hi,
Jom and
JC.
I, sorry.
Oh, carry on, Kiara. Go ahead.
Jom and I knew each other like before pa because we're both in theater and UP
Oo nga
and
pala.
dance.
Yeah.
Every sector of my life, Jom has been there. So, it's nice to have her on board also because parang I felt less nervous about it. But then it like what Awie said, it feels like we've been together forever already.
That's awesome. You know, like it's difficult to have this sort of relationship, especially now that things are, like I said earlier, just online. But it's
Yeah.
nice to see that you guys have formed such a close bond in just a couple of months, and again with the restraints. Now, let's talk about your single or your first song that you guys released, which is "Fallen for You." Why don't you guys tell us a little bit about that song?
Okay, this song is actually written 2 decades ago. So it was written by Tanya Ament, Nino Alejandro, and Nikki De Mauro. So these people came up with the idea of the song 2 decades ago, and then it was only this year that they started finishing the song because of the idea of having a girl group here in the Philippines. Other than that, that's it. It's just really a song about love, about falling for you.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of girl group, ladies, like the whole thing, the way this came about, it's not often that you come up with your friends and say, hey, let's start a girl group, That's not something that you really do often, right? So, like, what was the genesis behind this? Was it because was it born from the pandemic? Because you only
Yeah.
recently announced your launch. So, is that something that a lot of people are doing during the pandemic, starting group groups, or is it something that was? Well, I'm not, I don't mean to be facetious. I'm just wondering how did
Yeah,
this all
yeah.
come about?
Well, the P-pop industry is something that's like in its like there's this wave of groups that's really emerging in the music scene of P-pop, and I super love that. When it comes to our group, naman, it was the idea of our manager and the head of Rebel Records, Nino Alejandro, because he's like a musician and he's a producer, so he's always constantly looking for new artists. And his daughter is a really big fan of BTS and Blackpink, and she would be like, "Hey, Papa, listen to this. This is a nice this is so good. Maybe you guys should do that." And then he was like, "Oh, let's maybe I should start a girl group." So he began scouting for girls that could potentially be in the group, and he found us. Thankfully, we found each other.
Okay, so so what is gonna be next for what is your next move? I mean, you guys just started. There's you guys have so much in store for you, and I can't wait to hear about all of that. But what is the next thing that we should be looking forward to?
Well, everything is really so overwhelming because it's so fast paced. But the most direct thing that is right in front of us right now is our music video, which will be dropping on May 28th to be exact. But before all of that, we will be dropping a lot of teasers. So stay tuned for that by following our socials at We Are Daydream PH, and you guys can also stream our single continuously so that you memorize it, before the MV drops.
Yeah. Before the end of the month, we're gonna get the music video. Oh man.
Yes.
When it comes to
Sundays.
you mentioned Kiara, you mentioned the founder of the group. Their daughter was a fan of BTS and especially Blackpink. One of the probably I would venture to say the biggest girl group in the world right now. But when it comes
Yeah.
to girl groups, I'm sure all four of you have your inspirations. I don't know if it began with Spice Girls, maybe even earlier,
Yes.
maybe later. Who are the girl groups that have left an impact in your lives?
Blackpink.
Awie.
Mine is Blackpink and ITZY.
For me naman, I really grew up with R&B music, so I would say Destiny's Child and TLC.
Yes.
Top two.
Oh, for me, I was such an Atomic Kitten girl. I don't know if people know Atomic Kitten still, but they're a
Eternal
British.
Flame is a banger.
Yes, they were a British girl group. I super love Twice right now. And Little
Compared to
Mix.
Oh yes, yes. Compared to all the other girls, I'm the least knowledgeable in terms of all the K-pop acts, but yeah, I'm getting to know all of them because of these girls. But before that, I'd say Little Mix and Fifth Harmony.
Little Mix
Yeah.
and Fifth Harmony. Great choices. I guess it begs the question then, because if you look at the history of girl groups, there are big girl groups that have stayed together. Spice Girls, they made a little comeback reunion thing, but eventually down the line they move on to their own solo projects and whatnot. So I wanted to ask you, ladies, is that something that you also are pursuing, or are you like, man, we're a girl group for life, forever?
Of course, the main focus is Daydream, all of us together. And we're really looking forward to working uh, on local shows and hopefully international gigs.
Yeah. For as long as we can.
Yes.
Okay, so I was wondering too. You guys mentioned earlier with Fallen for You that it was written 2 decades ago. But the song, I've listened to it multiple times. I love it, by the way.
Oh,
It,
thank you.
it has so many very like it has influences of like
Yes.
very modern sounds. So
Yeah.
how did you
It's got
guys
swagger. It's not a. It doesn't sound like it was written 20 years ago. It's
Right?
for the
Yeah.
TikTok generation, is what we're trying to say.
I agree.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
so how did you guys put that all together? And what would you think would be the inspiration of that song in particular, or maybe possibly the other songs that you have yet to come?
Hmm. I guess the feel, the overall vibe of Daydream is that one. From what I know, Sir Nino Alejandro is also a big fan of old school R&B and hip hop. So I guess that's where the influence of you hear kasi you hear it very evidently, the sound of R&B, and then it's also mixed with EDM, which is very common in dance mixes, like for example in Blackpink or whatever girl group, boy group that we have right now. It's very evident that you hear the dance mixes mixed with the R&B or the pop music that they have. So that's where the influence came from. And I think the overall vibe of Daydream is just really, how would I say it? Kiara, you want to help me with the word? I can't find the word, but
It's like
dreamy.
yes, yes. It's
It's a
very
whole
like
mix.
feminine, and like it's a what we like about the group is that it's a mix nga of different influences, old and new, international and local, and boom, Daydream.
That's right.
Yeah.
Parang it's,
Kiara,
kumbaga,
I
it's the
love the
best
fact.
of
Oh,
both
sorry.
worlds.
Yeah.
Kiara, I love the fact that you mentioned international. When you look at the biggest groups from, let's say, Korea, they have ventured into singing out of their native language. Because
Yes.
Blackpink has songs in English. I missed the first part of the interview because of technical difficulties. So Ria asked this, please forgive, but just in case she hasn't, does Daydream plan to release songs in Filipino?
Who wants to answer this one?
Denise.
Yeah, we do plan to release some songs in Filipino, some in Taglish. We even plan to create other versions of the songs that we've already created and sing it in different languages. That's a lot of things to look forward to. But yes, we do want to stay true to our roots because at the end of the day, we want to make Pinoys proud. When we reach an international scene, it's because we want to represent our country in that sort of way. You know? You
Yes.
feel?
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel you.
Oh my god, I love that. I was actually really excited. I'm excited to hear that from you guys. I'm excited to see what you guys are gonna bring, especially in Filipino songs. Oh my god, that is super exciting because your song now is awesome, and I can't wait what you're gonna bring, in our own language. And of course, you guys, you guys have already debuted your song a couple of weeks ago, and I'm sure that you've already gained some fans. We always ask people, the artists that we have here, about this, but I'm pretty sure I know that you guys have a name for your fans already. So why don't you guys tell us about it and tell us a little bit of the story why you guys decided to call your fans that?
Awie.
Awie.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So our the name of our fans are called Dreamies, and of course, it comes from the word daydream. And I like what Denise says about it. It like represents hopes and aspirations for the future, and that's the kind of message that we also want to imbibe to our fans. Is that we're here dreaming together. We all have our own personal goals, and we want to inspire our fans to reach for their goals and know that it's possible with hard work also.
We've seen fandoms kind of explode on the Twitter sphere, actually on the internet in general. You can see how supportive fandoms are. When you envision the future of your fans, how do you want them to, like, what kind of presence do you want them to bring online? In the future? What kind of good do you want them to bring into the world through your music?
Denise?
Sorry, what good do we want our fans to bring? It's a bit choppy.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, well, you know how, for example, BTS, they have the army, the Blackpink has the Blinks, and whenever
Yes.
they interact with their fans, their fans always try to, especially the most diehard fans, they take their music, they take their artist music, and they try to spread it to the world and show like how much of an influence their favorite artists have in the music industry. So when it comes to your fans, through your music, what do you want your fans to bring to the online world and to just the music world in general? How do you envision them helping you grow and helping you be very influential in the music scene?
Well, based on what we have right now, like we have a handful of these dreamies already. They're already spreading everything that's going on, like all of the music that we have, all of the future projects that we have, and we really appreciate that. And what's so nice about them is that they're so true to themselves. Like they are so vocal about what they feel about our music, and that's what
Yes.
we want everyone to be if they turn out to be like dreamies, like honest opinions, and the support that they have for OPM is crazy. And I think that
Yeah.
there should be more of that. So if there's one thing that the Dreamies should continue to be, it's to be supportive of all P-pop groups, not just ours, but of all. Because at the end of the day, all of these P-pop groups are coming together for the rise of P-pop. Because Filipinos
Yeah.
are so talented, Like we are underrated.
Agree.
Agree. I super agree to that. And hey, since we are on the note of fans and fan bases, if do you guys have anything that you want to say to your fans who are watching us right now?
Hi to our dreamies. Thanks for being here. And I hope you guys continue to support us. Lalo na dito sa lalabas namin music video in 10 days. And we have a lot in store for you guys. So, go. Kapit lang, guys.
Anyone else? How about shout outs to your friends, your families? Anything that you guys want to say to your loved ones?
Denise?
Jom?
Okay.
You can start with Jom.
Okay. We just want to say thank you. I mean, we already said thank you to our fans. We also just want to extend the gratitude to our families, to our friends, and as well to everyone who's been supporting us, Rebel Records, Sir Nino, Warner Music, RX. Thank you so much for having us and for having the platform to spread and kumbaga like just share out our passion, our talent, and our drive to make P-pop music better. So yeah.
Yes.
Kiara?
For me, I want to also thank everybody that's collaborated with us when it comes to work, because being an indie group, we rely a lot on the support of our friends and people that we work with. So thank you so much to Mike Perfecto, who was our photographer, Una Elarde, who was our stylist for our first photo shoots. Thank you guys so much. We couldn't have been able to debut without you. Shout out also to Space to Space. They were our first interview and got us so much love from new fans, and yeah, Denise.
Well, the girls have said all the thank yous, so thank you again. But yes, we hope you guys can continue to support us by following us everywhere on all our socials. It's at We Are Daydream PH. Continue to stream our song on Spotify, YouTube, and all other streaming platforms. And of course, stay tuned for our music video happening on May 28th.
On Rebel Records,
Yay.
Philippines YouTube
Yeah.
channel.
Yes.
And Denise, I really love the way we are underrated. I'm not saying me, I'm saying you guys and the rest of the Philippine the pop industry here, or just the music industry rather, not just the pop music here. But I think you said it so well, so specifically that we really need to support all the artists here because the talent is insane. I mean, Shanty Dope was on Falcon and the Winter Soldier, so maybe you guys will be in the Marvel movie, right? So, we are Daydream. Daydream, thank you so much for joining us this evening. We're gonna play your song once again for all the fans, but once again, follow them at We Are Daydream PH. Catch their music video dropping at the end of the month. We look forward to hearing more from you ladies in the next few years, and we'll see you and hear you.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Ria.
Yes, thank you so much for joining us. Again, we are going to be playing your song Fallen for You because all your fans and new fans will definitely be fallen for this girl group. Daydream PH, once again, here is Fallen for You by Daydream on the Monster. Okay, bye guys.
Bye.
Thank you, Ria.
Thanks, Ria.
Bye.
Thanks, RX.
Thank you,
Bye.
RX. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, that was so weird.
We're still live.